Straight enough?
Not my best work. Hold the level like that, it is.
Oh, you hold the level out. It'll be right.
Straighter than most builders' foundations.
Yeah, true.
We're Tom and Jules, and together we are taking on our biggest challenge yet. Join us as we tackle fencing, cattle, and everything it takes to bring this land back to life.
So we're at the end of the laneway, which then has, I guess, a three-way access point into 3 different valleys. So Tom and I are just trying to work out where the best placement would be for gates to access those valleys. I think what we've just worked out is there'll be a strainer post in this corner, a strainer post over there where that white mark is, and then another strainer post there. And then we'll have gate and gate. And then there'll be another gate down there which takes you down this road to this valley. This gate here will take you out to that valley. And then that gate that's over there will take you down into this valley here. Then over on this little drop down ledge bit, we'll put cattle rail down there to another strainer post, which will then be tensioned or barbed wire back to this other strainer post there on the corner where Tom is. We've just been continuing to work our way along this back valley fence line. Tom's been putting in strainer post holes as we go and taking out anything that's, I guess, in the way of the fence line. So we've just made it back down to the back corner, I would say, of this fence section. We'll just get another post hole dug and continue around the back valley and getting this all planned out and mapped out so that we can come back through, pull all the old posts out, replace them with Enduro post, and then look to run brand new barbed wire. First strainer post of the back valley. Done.
Oh,
Bit of a workout for you, wasn't it, Tom?
yeah. The clay gets grippy.
Like it gets a build up at the base of
Haven't
the
hit
post.
anything.
So yeah, trying to put it in with the post hole auger digger thing
Go slowly. But
Yeah.
Just once it gets to a point, then it just...
doesn't want to go any further. So yeah, poor Tom just had to sledgehammer the rest of the way down to get it deep
an
enough.
almighty big sledgehammer.
Yeah, first one done. How many more to go?
6 to get back up to that, to
Yeah.
the 3-way.
To get back up there. Tom's getting number 2 of 6 new strainer posts installed. So once he's done that one, we might put one more in and then yeah, see how much of the day we've got left to finish off the last 6. Well, we've done 2. See how much of the day we've got left to finish off the remaining 4. And then, yeah, we can work out what the plan of attack is for next time. Number 3 out of 6. Done and dusted. Number 4 going in. straight enough?
On my best work. Hold the level like that, it is.
Oh, you hold the level out. It'll be right.
Straighter than most builders' fucking foundations.
Yeah, true. Well, number 4 is done.
I'm going to brace that one.
Yeah.
If you put a brace this way, it comes into the laneway.
Oh, you don't know how you're going to brace that one?
Oh, I might have to put another post in here and make like a H-frame.
Yeah, yeah,
Is the most overkill.
yeah.
Or you just brace it, like you actually tie it back to another brace.
Yeah.
It's not bracing it, it's tying it to it, but it's not ideal. Best way is to do it, to go that way.
Yeah. But yeah, then you've got it coming out into your
Or you're gonna
laneway.
To stay that way and to stay that way, which we can do.
We've come down to the entrance point to the back or the rear valley. Tom's just going to focus today on putting in the 3 strainer posts that we need to be able to do the 3-way access point. So this will take us from the laneway into 3 different paddocks or pasture areas. We're going to use slightly higher strainer posts that'll be concreted into the ground because each of those 3 entrance points will have gates that need to swing from them. I've already got the white markings on the ground ready to go, so he will just make a start on using the post hole digger to dig the holes that we need, and then we'll place the pipes or poles into the ground, and then we'll work on concreting them in so that they're ready to go. And then from that point we'll be running the new fence lines.
Like $150 thing. This thing's awesome. $150. You can't buy the materials for that.
Pretty gnarly when you think about the size of the hole that it's able to.
Oh, it's cheap Chinese piece of shit.
But we'll take it because it gets the job done. Alrighty, so Tom's got the first strainer post in the ground and concreted in. The rapid set concrete was setting a little bit faster than anticipated, but it's in the ground and it's somewhat straight. He's now going to move on to the second post. Yeah, I think the gates will have to swing out. Or gate, I should say. Gate will swing out towards me. What is it, a 4.2 gate?
You swing it this one from this side, so this one will swing that way or that way,
Yeah.
and that one will swing that way.
Yeah, okay. If you go that way, there's nothing to catch it, right?
Yeah, but you're better off swinging from the higher post. And that'll work too, because then you have them both meeting right on the same post, on the same gap, so your gates look, so they got 50 mil between the gate and the post and 50 mil between the gate. But if you swing it from one and closing on the other, that measurement's not that important because you're not going to have them together.
Yeah, okay.
So they can be a little bit not perfect and no one will ever see it.
Alrighty, so Tom has managed to get the 3 red strainer posts in place and concreted into the ground. So we'll just go for a wander up and show you, I guess, what he was able to do and explain a little bit more about the reason behind why, I guess, you've done this, right?
So this will be the strain point for 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fences will come to this. It'll be 3-way gate here, or 3 gates in a matter of 10 metres. So this is the end of the laneway. So
Yeah.
and instead of putting like whatever 4 strainer things in, like actual stays, made the posts high, so then you can put a high bar across the strainers and it'll look cool as well. And it'll keep the gates dead square. So we'll have swinging gates, not wire gates here.
Yeah.
And if you don't make them dead square, they end up dragging on the ground and all sorts of stuff like the old ones were. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit of work, but be probably worth it.
It'll be worth it in the long run. So this comes to the end of the laneway, and then this is what Tom's talking about, the 3 strainer posts. But yeah, essentially there'll be a gate across here. There'll be a gate from that corner post to this first red post here, and then we'll also have. Is it right that there'll be a third gate here?
Gate,
between these 2 stays, which we may replace with red strainer posts, we're not sure yet, but there'll be another gate from this point to this point. So then that gate accesses that paddock. This gate straight ahead between the 2 red posts accesses the back rear valley. And then this gate that would be here between these 2 red posts accesses this very overgrown hot mess of a paddock at the moment, but we will eventually tidy that up.
That's a good paddock.
It's a great paddock. It's a little bit
here.
steep off this section, but yeah, it's just a bit overgrown. And then I guess the kind of, not the main point, but one of the reasons we'd sort of decided to do this entrance and make it look a little bit cool as well is because eventually one day in the distant, very distant future.
If you're going to put cabins in, you'd put them in down.
Yeah, the plan
so you
would
want
be
swinging gates for people, Muppets and caravans to be able to get in.
Yeah. So yeah, once the laneway is all fixed up and we've got some decent roads pushed back through, the plan would be eventually to put a decent cabin or a couple of camping spots or something down on this rear valley. So we want to future-proof this so that if we do have people coming and going from this section on the property, you've got accessible gates where anyone can access it. So if someone wants to drive down with a caravan, they're not having to deal with a, difficult property fence, which is made out of barbed wire and stuff, and a star picket or something that's just too complicated. So
there'll be head points across this.
Above each post, we will have a kind of 2 or 3-way connection. So there'll be a post that runs from the top of that post to there and then back across to this one.
It won't be from the top. I'll take a measurement. That's why they're really high.
Yeah, they're really high because you're going to cut them down slightly, aren't you?
I'll put the top rail in square so it looks good, and then I'll just chop the post off.
Yeah. But again, the plan would be to make
probably
them
2.8.
Yeah. So they'll be high enough for a caravan or a
2.8 or 3 metres.
Dozer or a excavator or whatever to get through.
I'll swing this gate this way. And that gate that way.
Yeah. That's the method behind the madness to that. We will paint them as well. Eventually, hey Tommy.
Red Pipe Ranch.
Has actually got a not bad ring to it. No, we wouldn't call it that, but eventually, one day, we will paint those posts. For now, at least that's a really good start on
but the main reason I'm doing it right now is because I need it there to be able to put the 4 fences in that we need. So it's like...
Yeah, so to bring back to the previous...
That's why we've sort of...
previous video when we were going through stripping out all of the barbed wire out of the back valley and this laneway is because we need to be able to completely repair those, put in those Endura posts that we've talked about before, and put in brand new barbed wire so that we can pull all of the cattle up and put them into that paddock and then muster them, get rid of some, because at the moment one of our main boundary fences is completely MIA and that's going to be replaced. It's just we're kind of waiting for either us to have the time to do it or engaging a contractor, which at the moment is very, very challenging because everybody is flat chat. So we want to try and keep all of our cattle on our property. So the plan is to fix that main back valley, put them all in there and then sell off what we need to sell off. So anywho, it is hot. So we're going to head up to the shed and have some lunch and get out of this heat.